Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Ow, this chair is a bit uncomfortable, but I've been gone for a little while and that is because I've been so busy with so many different other things. So I just haven't been the most active on YouTube because I just haven't had time. And also I've been struggling with ideas. I asked you guys what you want to see and there was a range of different video ideas that you guys sent in. One of the main things that I was getting was uni related video and it was mostly a uni Q&A. That's what I'm gonna do. I have already tried to film this before but it just was not good. I felt like I rushed it and I just didn't. I was bored like editing it, so I thought you were going to be bored watching. Some of the questions I asked you guys to give me, so I will be using those. I also added some of my own questions in as well. So I'm just going to get into it before the intro is too long. I've got myself a green tea, so if you guys want to go get yourself a tea or whatever, go get that because this is a video where I'm probably going to be talking quite a bit. So yeah, let's just get straight into the video. And also if my makeup looks a bit rusty dusty and like it's because I've had it on for so long. Thank you to everyone who did also send me in questions, and thank you to everyone who actually requested for this video because you gave me an idea. I hope this answers some of your questions, and if you're going to go and start uni, good luck and you'll be fine. You'll enjoy it and just experience loads of stuff. Don't hold back, have fun and take like the journey, and I don't know what I'm saying, but like, you know, enjoy the ride basically, enjoy the journey and trust the process. So yeah, just good luck to anybody who's starting. You'll be great. And yeah, let's just get into the questions. So the first question I'm going to start off with is, what uni do you go to? So I was a bit hesitant about answering this because I didn't know if I wanted this on the internet or not, but then I thought like a lot of people who watch this know where my uni is and what uni I go to, and also it could be helpful for me to tell you which one it is, so that if anybody wants to go to this one or has thought about going to the same uni, that they could ask me questions about it, or you know, I can tell you my experience at that uni. But the uni I go to is University of Westminster. It's in London. That's the uni I go to. The second question is, what course do you study? So the course I study is psychology. The length of my course is 3 years, but we have like an option for a sandwich year or like an international study abroad or a placement year. I am planning to do a study abroad. Like that is one of my dreams. Like I really want to do a study abroad during 3rd year. But if that doesn't happen, then I will do a placement year. But I do want to do like, I do want it to be a 4-year course, so where I am getting some like practice in like either a workplace or studying elsewhere in a different country. And if you do want to know more about that, then honestly you can literally ask me questions and I will answer them and talk to you about it. I've just completed 1st year, passed 1st year. I'm now going to go into 2nd year, so I'm kind of excited, like because I have had so much time away from uni. I kind of want to be at uni a lot. That is what I'm studying and I love the course, honestly. I love learning about it, honestly great. Okay, so the next question is, how did you go about choosing Westminster as a uni choice? And kind of in with that, why did I choose to go Westminster? I chose to go to Westminster as one of my options because when you are applying, you apply to 5 different, I think it is, you apply to 5 different unis as like potential unis that you would want to go to, and then you send off your application to each of those different unis, and then you hear back from them and whether you've got an offer. You could go to different like unis and like look at them before you apply, obviously, to get like a kind of a little feel of what they're like and whether you like the area, the place, the actual uni, the idea of the course, like how they're going to teach a course, and just kind of the whole vibe of the uni. You could go and like go open days and stuff. But why I chose it is because when I chose a uni, I didn't actually go. Like I did book a couple of open days and I ended up being busy on both the days of the open day, so I didn't end up going. One of my friends, Ramneet, hello Ramneet, I'm sure you're watching this. Ramneet went and saw the uni and we're both doing the same course as well, so she basically saw it and then she kind of like told me about what the uni was about after, and kind of like a little bit about the psychology side of the uni. And I kind of had Westminster in my mind anyway to go to, just like as an option because I thought it was close. And when I was applying to different unis, I wanted to do at least 3 far and then 2 close, so I had like a little option of which ones like I could possibly go to. Like I didn't mind if it was in London or if it was like really far. And like the area, kind of the fact that it was in central London and there were loads of shops around, I know that's kind of bad that I kind of went to that uni for that, but that's not the only reason why I went there. And Westminster just seemed like a really good uni, so I applied to it. It wasn't my first choice, but it was actually my second choice because my 5 unis that I applied to were Nottingham Trent Uni, which was my top choice, which is the one that I wanted to go to, but we'll talk about that later. University of Westminster, City University, University of East Anglia, which is in Norwich, Loughborough. Westminster, I have had family who have been to that uni as well, so it was a familiar university. I had my cousin went there and she completed her course there. One of my uncles went as well and he completed his studies there as well. So it was kind of like a familiar university within the family as well. And it was just a good university, so that's why I applied there. That's why I chose that one to go to, and that's why I was kind of like happy with when I did get a place there. So yeah, was uni as hard as you anticipated? I always kind of knew that uni was going to be hard. I knew it's not going to be easy, because if it was easy then it would be like an easy option for everyone, and I know that, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but like it would be an easy option. People would be like, oh yeah, just go uni, it's easy. It's not easy because you do have to work for it. I know I've just experienced first year, I haven't actually like fully got into it, but first year was still very hard. I had my ups and downs in first year, and I had my times where I was feeling like, okay, this is great, like I love it, and then there was times where I'm like, okay, I'm really not enjoying it. I really am just like, what am I doing? Why is this so hard? Like there was ups and downs, but I would say like it's hard, but I don't think I have seen the hardest it can be yet. I feel like the hardest is yet to come, and that sounds a bit scary, but I feel like first year you're still being introduced into uni life, and you're still being introduced into the independence and kind of growing out of school to go into uni. Like it's still a very big step, but you're kind of eased into it a little bit, whereas I think later on, like I don't know what second year is going to be like, but I feel like second year is going to be a little bit harder. I think one of the hard things for me was the social aspect, in terms of kind of making friends. Not like I made friends, and I made really good friends, but the part is to like actually talk to people and stuff. Like when you think of like uni being hard, I don't always think of uni being hard as in terms of the work. For me, when I think of it being hard, I do think of the social aspect and kind of the new kind of surrounding of being like meeting new people all the time and actually being open to speak to new people, because that is a very hard thing for me sometimes. But it wasn't as hard as I anticipated. I really made it out to be something really scary, and it's not that scary, honestly. It is one of the best things ever. I'm going to talk about how did you apply, because there weren't really many questions about this, but I kind of wanted to touch on this topic or this area of university. But you apply for UCAS. School kind of introduced this to you and kind of help you through this. For the process that I went through, it was that I went to school, you kind of choose your A levels that you know you're gonna want to do to get into certain courses. Bearing in mind, when I did first start sixth form, I did have a different career option in mind, and then that kind of changed after year 12, but we don't really need to go into that. In year 12, kind of end of year 12, early year 13, you are kind of having to do a personal statement, and then your personal statement will be used to be sent to different universities so that they can read. Through UCAS, you put all your results, your predicted grades, that you want to study, where you want to study. For me, the 5 different unis, as I said, that I applied to, I didn't get into 3 of them. That was Loughborough, University of East Anglia, City University. And then after that, I got 2 offers that were conditional offers. So you had to meet the requirements to be able to get in. And then you kind of, so you have your main first choice, and then you have your insurance offer. For me, my main offer, like my main university that I wanted to go to was Nottingham Trent University, and then my insurance was University of Westminster. And obviously, as you can tell, I do go to Westminster, so you can obviously tell what happened. I didn't get into Nottingham Trent University, which is a very like it's a punch in the heart, but it's okay, it's okay. We're still dealing with that, kind of, but yeah. So up until year 12, I had in my head that I was going to do optometry, and then at the end of year 12, when I got my results back, that did not happen. I had to completely change. Let's just say I hate chemistry. Hate it with a passion. So I had to drop chemistry, and then I had to rearrange literally my whole life, because I set my life around doing optometry, and then I had to kind of rearrange it because that was not going to happen. So then I chose my second, well, it actually ended up being that I loved it more than optometry, and that was psychology. And so now I'm doing psychology, and I'm happier than I can ever be, because I feel like that is more me. Psychology is more me compared to optometry. Do you live away from home? No, I don't. I actually live at home. I lived at home for the first year, and then I'm going to live at home for the second year. First year though, when I did get rejected from Nottingham Trent University, I did have accommodation all set out there, because obviously I don't live near Nottingham, so I would have had to stay out there. But I did have accommodation set out, and everything was great. I was going to be living with my best friend. Did it happen? No, because I'm still sitting here attending University of Westminster, but it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. That plan kind of got ruined. Yes. When I did know that I was going to go University of Westminster, I was very quick to find accommodation for the first year, and then I kind of got out of it because I just don't think I was ready to move out to London, living there by myself. Because one, it's very expensive, very expensive. The place I was going to stay was very expensive, and I just don't think it was worth it because it wasn't the best place that I could have stayed at. So I'm glad I didn't like go out there, and I just was not ready because things that happened last year in my life, I just wasn't ready to be on my own after the things I experienced last year and the things I went through, and I just wasn't ready to leave my family. So I just wasn't ready mentally. And again, I still think I'm working through things from last year, so I don't think I'm ready to leave just yet. So hopefully in the third year, as I said, if I do study abroad, then obviously I'm going to have to leave. And if I do placement year, then I will stay away as well. Like, I'll still stay out of the house, but I'll stay away from home. But at the moment, no, I don't. And also it's fine because it means that I'm just with my parents and I kind of have the whole house to kind of do whatever I want, really. That is nice. Like, my leg is way beyond dead. Ow. I got a question asking me, who are your favourite people at uni? This is actually one of my friends at uni who asked this question. Says, Nazifa, you know what the answers are. You know who you are, and you guys are my favourite. You know who you are. Okay. And then another question from my friend is, did you find your first year difficult? If yes, explain the situation and how you overcame it. This is actually a very good question, Nazifa. I like it. There were a couple of hard times in uni in first year. I would say the first thing is actually talking to people. I feel like I suffer in that kind of end of, like, when it comes to uni and socializing, I think I suffer in that kind of area, because I just find it so hard sometimes to actually come and talk to people and be like, okay, I'm this person, like, hello, how are you? Like, I don't know if it's because I overthink too much and I think, okay, what is that person thinking about me? Oh my god, they're probably thinking that I'm so annoying. So that's why I think I kind of stopped myself from talking to people. I tried to overcome it, and I'm going to tell you now how I kind of overcame it. So I kind of just said to myself, okay, like, it's going to be a lot harder if I don't talk to people, because I'm going to go through the rest of uni alone, like, kind of not really talk to anyone. Like, I'm really not benefiting anyone. Like, it's not benefiting anyone, it's putting me at a disadvantage, because everyone else is going to have a great time talking to people and being friends with people, and then I'm just going to be there like, I'm so bored, like, what is this, why can't I talk to people, you know? So that is kind of the social aspect, is kind of the thing that I struggled with, trying slowly to overcome it. I think I am opening up a little bit more, and I think it's because of a range of different things that is making me open up more as a person. I don't know if this is turning more into like a psychology, like, sit down with me and like let me express my feelings to you guys, but oh well. I think kind of in that was, if I needed help with anything, I wouldn't really ask for it, I would just struggle. And I used to do that at school, and I think again I was putting myself at a disadvantage. I wasn't progressing because I wasn't asking for help. Now that's something I'm trying to overcome as well, because if I didn't get anything, especially in seminars, it was very hard to do that in lectures, because you wouldn't just like talk to the lecturer when there's like a whole big lecture with 300 people in a lecture room, which is at my uni on my course, that's what it was like. But then overcoming it, I was like, I'm really putting myself at a disadvantage, I'm not progressing. What is the issue with asking for help? This is why I'm here to learn, here to ask for help, and nobody's going to judge about it. And that's kind of what you just got to remember. So yeah, what else did I find difficult? I felt like I found a couple of things difficult, some things I haven't overcome yet, and some things I'm gonna overcome, or you know, I'm overcoming. Who was the first friend you made at uni, and how did you meet? Lol. The person I actually met at uni and spoke to is Tamsin. We look back at this day like a lot, we talk about this day a lot. It was actually before I even entered the uni, it was before uni even started. It was like we were waiting outside, so it was on the day of like the day that we were going to enroll, so we hadn't actually started any lectures or anything. It was just like getting to know what was going to happen, and kind of just to meet people really. So what happened was we were waiting outside of the uni, and then I was there, and there was a couple of other people in groups, and then I was just there, and then some other people on their own. And then I see like a girl coming from the corner and like walking and like standing near where I was, and then I kind of look up and we both smile at each other, and then we kind of look back down, and then as we go to look back up again, like a little while later, we actually start talking to each other, and I think we ask questions like, oh, are you gonna go to the uni, are you here for this, what are you studying? Like, and I was like, psychology. And we were like, oh my god, that's so cool, like that's both of us. Then we just started talking, introducing ourselves, and then it was just like when it was time to go in, we were like, should we sit next to each other for the little event thing that was going on? And then we were like, yeah, sure. And then since then we're friends. So our anniversary is actually, like, our friend anniversary is actually on the 18th of September, and we call it Tampere Day. So it's Tampere Day on the 18th of September, guys. Remember that. What do you want to do in the future? I honestly don't know yet. I know I want to do something psychology related, but I honestly don't know exactly what career. Like, if somebody was to ask me what career, bang on, what career do you want to do in the future, I literally won't know. I won't have any idea. I think psychology is so broad and there's so much that you can do that I haven't explored everything. And because it wasn't, like, it hasn't been that long since I've decided that I wanted to do a career in psychology, I haven't been able to explore that much. Do you regret going to university? I actually don't. I honestly think it's one of the best decisions I've ever made, and I think I chose a good university to go to. I know sometimes I do complain, I'm just like, I really wish I could live out, go far, but honestly I think I am very happy in the fact that I do go to university, especially in the situation I was put in last year. Basically, just a little roundup of last year. I lost my grandmother. She passed away during my A-levels, so I did go through a hell of a hard time during A-levels. So at the end of it, I just kind of thought that even after last year, I didn't think I was going to get into uni, but in the end of it I did get into uni, so I'm just kind of thankful that I got into uni. So I think it's the best thing that I ever decided to do, was to go to uni and study psychology. So yeah, one thing you should definitely have in your uni bag, I would say at the moment, would be to have hand sanitizer, hand wipes and a mask. There's many things you should have in your bag, but I feel like you should definitely have a pen and paper. Definitely have an umbrella, because that's also the weather in this country is very unpredictable. Some days it would be out. Like, one of the things that we did, me and my friend Tamsin, we went to Primark and we bought an umbrella, and we both still have that umbrella each, and that umbrella was used so much during first year because it could look really nice outside. Later on it will rain, and we had the umbrella in our bag all the time, and that was really handy. So always have an umbrella. Okay, so I've got another question about, like, what was the hardest thing. So the question is, what was the hardest part of first year? I've kind of explained it before, but it is the social aspect, and also just kind of the workload. I haven't really mentioned much about the workload, but it is a workload because there is a jump from A-levels to university. It's because you were specifically doing one subject and that subject only, whereas in A-level you're doing a couple of different subjects, but your main focus is on that one course and that one subject. Is uni worth it? Honestly, for me, I think uni is so worth it, because I'm so excited to work towards the end goal and to work towards what's going to come out of it. I honestly think it's worth it because I'm learning so much, and I'm not only learning things in terms of the course and in terms of academics, I'm learning things as a person, and I'm progressing as a person. I'm pushing myself more outside of my comfort zone, and that's just from going to in school. I didn't really push myself that much, but in uni I have grown a lot more as a person because I've become more independent, and yeah, I'm just loving it. And you're meeting so many different people from so many different places. It's just honestly great, and you're learning so much about new different things. I think I've answered all the questions. I don't think there were any other questions that I got or that I could think of. Kind of wanted to add this in. I don't know if it's gonna be cringy or not, but oh well. Getting into uni and the whole stage and that whole life stage of getting into uni differs a lot from person to person, because I see quite a lot of things about people like putting other people down about what unis they go to, and I think that's very bad. I think a uni's a uni. At the end of the day, you're still going to where you're going. Like, where you go to uni, you're still getting out of it what you would have got from a different uni. So that's what I had to kind of tell myself when I didn't get into the first choice, which was Nottingham Trent. I kind of had to say, like, because I was very down about it at the beginning, that I didn't get in there, because I did have my whole life set there. Like, I had my accommodation, me and my best friend Jasmine were going to be there together, and it was just going to be amazing. But when I didn't get into it, it obviously did crush my dreams a little bit, kind of a lot. But you got to tell yourself, and you kind of got you get yourself out of it. Because at the beginning of going to University of Westminster, I wasn't very happy because I kept thinking about what my life could have been like if I was at university, Nottingham Trent University. But I just gotta say, like, at the end of the day, where you go does not matter, because at the end of it you were going to get the same thing. You were still going to get your degree. You're still doing the same course no matter what institution it's in, you know. So just remember that. Don't let anybody also put your university down or put you down because of what university you go to. But if there's any more that you have that you want to ask me, and maybe if this video didn't answer all your questions, then literally just let me know and I will do another one. I'll do a part 2. So the problem with these videos, where there's no structure in them in terms of like, I'm not showing makeup or I'm not doing a makeup look, like I can go on and talk for hours and hours, and I can go on and on and on. So I need to stop myself sometimes. But yeah, I'm gonna go now because I'm kind of tired. I'm gonna take this makeup off. I'm gonna get into my PJs and I want to watch some Netflix. So yeah, thank you ever so much for watching, and good luck on your journeys to school, uni. Because uni is going to be very hard for people this year because of the whole situation, but you'll get through it. You can do it. You will get through it. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.